Hey guys, Sergeant No Rep here, the greatest judge to never judge, the one-time CrossFit Games attendee, and I am here in my studio underneath the grandstand at the CrossFit Games, and it is just amazing, isn't it? We've got the new TV installed, we've got that fancy gold Sergeant No Rep sign up, like I said, I got the ice baths, I got the refreshments, I'm set to go. So today, I just want to give you some advice. I'm going to give you my top 10 things to do or things to know about the CrossFit Games when you attend here in about a week, depending when you get here. So, first of all, come visit Sergeant No Rep. I'll let you know where I'm at. You can come say hi. I've limited the access how to get down here because I figured there'd be a big lineup, people kind of rushing to get down here. But anyway, so moving on to maybe more practical things. First of all, I'd recommend, unless you're staying at a hotel directly beside the games venue, get a parking pass. It's not that expensive. You can park right at the game site for the whole week. I'm going to throw up a little map. Actually, I'll just throw up the map right now. But you can see where it says ride sharing, pickup, drop off. All below that, kind of beside the black building there. That is where the but the parking pass is. It's right close to the gate. You get in. If you leave stuff in the car, you can pop back. There's not a ton of how the place is set up. There's not a ton of like parking on the street or stuff like that if you're going to a city and watching a game. So yeah, I'd say get a parking pass. Definitely the best thing that we did. And one bonus about seeing some athletes, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Food. When going to the CrossFit Games, obviously you're going to get hungry. If you're like us and most people, depending where your hotel is, you're going to leave your hotel in the morning, head to the CrossFit Games, stay there until the end, which is 5, 6, 7 at night. If you plan to eat the whole time at the CrossFit Games, it's going to get very expensive. They have amazing food options, but as you can guess, it's kind of pricey. So the sergeant would recommend at your hotel, try to book a hotel that has a free continental breakfast, a free hot breakfast, if even better. Load up on that, fill up, then pack. What we did was we went to the grocery store. We got some bars, we got some drinks and stuff we can pack in our duffel bag, take to the game with us. We snack on those all day. We actually made some sandwiches and maybe buy one meal while you're at the games. So definitely plan some alternative stuff. Everything you can get that you would want is at the games, but it is very expensive. Drinks. Definitely, a lot of the stuff's going to be outside. You're going to be walking around the vendor village, going from site to site. As you can see, there's all the different sites up above. Up above there. So it's going to be warm, hot weather, humid. Bring lots of water. Good little insider tip from the sergeant. Don't tell them I told you this. But on site there'll be Fit Aid and Zevia. I don't know if you've ever had them. I'm sure you've heard of Fit Aid and Zevia. They both have an energy product as well. You can get unlimited Fit Aid and Zevia unless they changed it. The last few years, it's all been like that. So if you go to the Fit Aid one, you'll see they'll scan your little bracelet that you have. And most people think, oh, I can only get one a day. No, you can just keep on going back. Same thing with Zevia. It'll be in the vendor's village. There'll be big tubs of Zevia. Just grab what you want. Pop those. You got your caffeine, hydrate. A little insider tip from Sergeant. So next I would talk about, so that's you got parking, we got food, we got drinks covered, seeing the athletes. So obviously you'll see them on the competition floor. One way that you can see the athletes is where you see it says ride sharing up here. Ride sharing, pickup, drop off. Then there's that black building right below it. So the athletes, when they leave their venues, they're going to come out. There'll be a little walkover thing that gets them near that ride sharing. They're going to pop out of that ride sharing and they're going to walk across the parking lot to the black building there, and that's where their lockers and stuff like that are. And it kind of actually amazed me of how accessible they were. All I would say is just be very respectful. Now, some of the really big names, like you'll never see Matt Frazier go through there, Rich Froning. We saw Sarah Signesdottir. We saw Brent Fikowski, Alex Anderson, Alethea Boone, Sam Briggs. a ton of them. And the time that you will actually see them the most, a little insider tip again from the sergeant, is the very last day. So the very last day after the last event, like the closing ceremony things, they'll all be coming out there. They're not in like that game tunnel vision focus thing. People were popping pictures and everything like that. I spoke to a lot of the athletes. I got signatures. So that'd be the time in that parking lot to hang around there. Another good reason to have a parking pass. You'll get some pictures. Also, like I said, when they come out of the Alliant Energy Center, they're going to walk from like a staging that's up high. They're going to go over the entrance that you would walk into. They're going to come down and then off to the side area, that rideshare area. But when they come down from the bridge over the entrance, you'll be within 2 feet of them. You can talk to them. You can try to snap a picture with them. A lot of them are very accessible. Another thing is if you go out between events, to the food area, a lot of the athletes, which kind of surprised me when I found out, but they're not provided food or anything like that by the CrossFit Games. So a lot of them would go out and buy food, just as you would, and they're not hard to miss. They're in usually all their gear. A couple of them I noticed they were up in hoodies and trying to hide, but if you're a CrossFit fan, you'll pick them out. So that's seeing the athletes. Seating. So obviously if you're buying a ticket for the Coliseum, which I totally recommend, festival passes are nice, but you want to get inside that Coliseum and see the big events. But the outdoor events is first come, first serve. And the thing is, if you're a ticket holder for the arena, the people with the festival passes, those are the events that they can only sit down basically and see. So they will get there extra early. So if you're a festival person, yes, you're going to probably get there early. If you have a ticket for the arena, you're just used to going to your seat and it's being there. That's not going to happen for the outside events. So definitely get there early, grab yourself a seat. Those events are pretty cool to watch on the outdoor field. Next would be check the... It depends on how you want to treat this. Do you want to treat it as a vacation, or do you actually want to get a couple of workouts in? One way to do it is go to different boxes. I'm repping my CrossFit Conics shirt here today. Local box in Madison. They were great. I think their drop-in is $20. And a lot of these gyms or boxes will hold events. So when we went there, C4 was putting on an event. So for my $20 drop-in, I got a big bag and it was full C4 drinks and samples and this and that. Other gyms, I went through the list of them. I think it was like 6 or 7 local boxes in the Madison area. They're all promoting drop-ins. They actually have a lot of schedules, so you can sign up. You might want to get that early if you want to get a spot for a drop-in. And there's other events going on there as well. Now, second, you can actually work out at the CrossFit Games. 2 different kind of things, like 5-1 tactical. There's some other kind of like sports science type place. They'll have all these challenges like pull-up challenges, burpee challenges, this and that. You can get little workouts out that way, but you can also sign up for a spot inside. I forget what it's called. It was the team or the teen and master area before. It's the big B or D up there on D's Vendor Village, I think. So the B. And they have a huge workout area with all platforms and the rig and stuff like that. And you can sign out a slot. I can't remember if it was half an hour, 45 minutes, and you can go work out. There's weights and all equipment there. Those kind of fill up. And I would plan, if I want to do that, plan it where maybe you can pop back to the shower. There's a break or something. Go back to the hotel and grab a shower. You don't want to be sweaty sitting around watching the game, stinking that place out. So that's how you can work out. So gear. So obviously you're going to the CrossFit Games. You want to buy some souvenirs. In the Rogue building, tent, fortress, whatever you want to call it. Lots of stuff to buy. All the games or all the Rogue sponsored athletes t-shirts, any Rogue equipment that you want to buy, stuff like that. That stuff's not going to really run out. On the other side, you'll have the Reebok tent. A lot of that stuff near the end of the games will run out, so there'll be exclusive games items. Those will disappear near the end of the games. Don't wait for a sale. There was really no sale that I saw. Maybe the very last day a couple things went on sale, but there's no real sale to speak of. And one thing that you want to get in early, if you're buying like a cool game shirt or a pair of shorts or stuff like that, you want to have something like embroidered or whatever you call it, like where they put your name on the back or something like that. You have to do that well in advance. If you go in the last day to try to say, oh, I want to get my name on the back of this shirt, it's done. You had to do that a couple days before so the order can get ready and be given to you. So get to that stuff early. And then if you want to get actual equipment that's used at the games after events, and I think Rogue, if you go and you walk in the doors, in the back wall there's a TV and it'll say what equipment they are selling. So a skier used at the games, they'll sell that off at a discounted price. A rowers used at the games, you'll sell it off at a discounted price. Skipping ropes or bars or weights or anything like that. One thing I do regret is not buying a 10-pound weight, because it would say the 2017 CrossFit Games, the one-time Sergeant No Rep attended, and I could mount that on the walls and memorabilia. But everything that is used at the games will be sold at the Rogue store at a discounted price. So if you live in the general area, you can ship it back to you. That might be a great little souvenir to get. So obviously there's tons of stuff going on, but your CrossFit Games schedule will be early morning until kind of the evening, and you'll have the whole evening to yourself, and there'll be breaks within the day as well. So I'd recommend going out and see the city of Madison. That's a very nice city. Here's a little picture of the Capitol building. You can go walk through that Capitol building. It's actually very nice. The grounds around it are really nice in the grassy area. The day we were there, they were having some type of wine and picnic in the park. Everybody was there with their blankets and bottles of wines and picnics. The downtown goes along one of the lakes. Like if you see one of the swimming events, that's the lake. But all the big hotels and shopping and restaurants are all on that lake. You can do different lake type activities. You can just go and tour the town. It's a beautiful town. So I definitely recommend getting out, experiencing the town one of your evenings when you're there as well. I know the long days in the heat will tire you out. And when you're out, definitely order cheese curds. That's what Madison's known for, or Wisconsin is their cheese. And cheese curds are fried little pieces of cheese with just amazing. So, and finally, have fun. So, I hope you enjoyed these tips from the Sergeant. I wouldn't lead you wrong. Definitely the biggest thing I would say is the food, the drinks, and little insider tips about seeing the athletes, and just having fun. Going to the games, take it all in, and have a blast. I had a great time there. So anyway, check back for more CrossFit Games content. Of course, I'll be live streaming and broadcasting the games on my YouTube channel here. Please like, subscribe, and we'll chat to you later.